I'll begin with a moment of silence for all the words that Trump or any Republicans said today at the inauguration about seniors or people with disabilities or Parkinson's. As of January 2025, the national plan to end Parkinson goes into effect. Have you heard anything about it? So, all it was a moment of silence. You don't hear anything from the group. I've seen a time or two when Trump makes fun of people with disabilities, but I've never seen much empathy from either he or even Elon Musk. Elon Musk wants to use artificial intelligence to make everything efficient, and what that means is it's more brain than heart, and so you're going to see a lot of things that happen that you may be disappointed in when they start denying a lot of things to make things efficient.
Okay, here's my mini podcast on the election prior to my full podcast that's coming up later. And it'll be a very interesting one on the Mount Meadow Massacre. Some people are working on Martin Luther King Day, and I have a nurse visiting for my wound.
It's clearing up of all the the necrotic tissue and stuff and the slaw that was there. It just now we want it time to shrink, start decreasing, but it's still around about the same size.
Yeah, okay. So it's got to shrink.
Yes. But the wound itself looks good. It's still a little bit of necrotic, but it's nothing compared to what it was at first. So.
Yeah.
They wrote it to guide us and to preserve forever our right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
You do a good job.
Well, thank you.
Principles enshrined in our Constitution remain the same.
Look, I want the same gold as he does.
Yeah, I know.
The power to change envisioned for all of us.
Okay, I'm watching the inauguration and listening to it on my iPhone through my rear view selfie mode. Alright, here's Vice President J.D. Vance taking his oath of office. And now here's President Donald Trump taking his oath.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear. I, Donald John Trump.
Steve had to come with his mom out there with you. The others didn't. Or no, they didn't.
The office.
Okay, 4 years ago, Melania and Donald were hightailing it out of town. Okay, in much worse weather conditions in Kansas City and Philadelphia and, of course, in Buffalo. The games went on.
Because he was asked prior to the game starting, what's your message to the team this week? And he said, handle the adversity. And then some responded with, well, what does that mean? You're playing an LA Rams team at home for a chance to host an NFC Championship game. That's not adversity. You're a touchdown favorite, essentially. Where's the adversity? And then he was asked about it during the broadcast on the sideline when one of the sideline reporters got to him. And he goes, if it's one of those games where it's a shootout, we got to find a way. If it's one of those games where the defenses come up clutch, we got to find a way. We have to figure it out throughout this game. That's going to be something. It's going to be interesting. It's going to have a wonky personality to it because this snow is coming. It didn't start out the same way that it ended. So we know that by the time we come out for that second half, this is going to be a completely different way about attack.
Based on sporting events or handle, there were much worse weather, and this was sunny and blue skies. They didn't do a very good job for the many people that paid a lot of money to see the inauguration.
Open in the middle of the field because they just have guys slipping and falling, and that's going to happen. That's the adversity. adversity right there. The unknown, the unexpected, the you have no idea how crazy and absurd it's going to be because it's unpredictable.
So, what was happening behind the scenes when I guess when they went inside, even though they had weather with sunshine, blue skies, and probably could have done it. I know I had solicitations for many things from the Republicans, including tickets. I'm sure I would have been watching it on TV. In fact, at home, I was able to watch streamings of several different channels. I watched primarily Fox. I wanted to see what Fox take was on it, and along with some other networks, not necessarily cable news type things, but just so that I could get a different perspective. Okay, I don't watch Fox cable news. They lost $1 billion. Murdoch's had to pay it, and he had to pay that in order for him to get back on line with being fair and balanced, which it's kind of a laugh. They kind of feed off a lot of stuff. It's kind of pretty biased. I don't really watch MSNBC or CNN. I either go for regular news or pick up occasional clips on YouTube. That's where I see them, where I can kind of pick and choose and just watch a little bit here and there. It's kind of hard sometimes when you're watching events like that. How to take it. But I get a good representation by having my iPhone, my iPad, and TV, and so I got a good idea. But I was wondering what was going on in the background, and when I started researching just a little, it's behind the scenes that always catches my attention. How can you double your net worth in the last 3 days or so before being inaugurated? And it's gone from somewhere around 6 billion to about 12 billion. I don't know how it's to be reported. You'd be the judge of that. Some of the stuff goes into bitcoins and other ways to measure it. And we'll see if Forbes brings it into his net worth or not. But the financial records show, and I'm talking about the transactions show, that he probably was in on the first and then he traded before it really took a hit. And some of the other people just lost a lot of money, basically, whereas he and Melania had a coin too, and it did well. So both of them became, maybe Melania on her own became a billionaire. So you can take it for what it's worth, but there's a lot of independent as well as, I would say, biased reports on this. But another funny factor with that is that Trump wanted to get TikTok going again, and there's a lot of negatives as well as positives there. I think he wanted to sell his meme coin, and he wanted to use TikTok, one of the reasons he got that going. But you never know how many billionaires are contributing in a quiet and silent way through this program or other programs, or, it's been deregulated now. They got rid of all the things that can keep this from happening, so people can go out there and be taken and lose money, and we'll see how long that goes. But, if you're a felon running a show, you're going to come up with some weird ways to make money. And, if you start out by doubling your net worth and not be prosecuted, you got people in line for the Defense Department, and maybe I'm talking about the FBI defense and others. It's going to be an interesting time. Well, I think some of the smoke screen that you'll see later on about Michelle Obama not showing up, it's used by Trump. He wanted to talk about all the pardons that the Bidens had given, and I think that maybe that came about because Trump's promised to pardon the January 6th criminals, and I think they're the worst criminals when they attacked the Capitol. I mean, I can't that's a non-starter for me. And I've told, people that support Trump through thick and thin that you can't support someone like that. And my background in the CIA, you can't have anybody taking top secret documents and lay them around at Mar-a-Lago. So those were two that ruled him out. And again, I think that the only thing I say was I have a lot of interest in more of the social and what's happening there now, and I don't see it at all in either Trump or in Elon Musk as far as what he's doing. So that's the only thing I wanted to clear up here is that I think Trump's playing in his situation with house money. He's become richer and made more money in 48 hours using the suggestions of Elon Musk than he did in 78 years. So he knows where the money's going to come from, and Steve Bannon doesn't have a chance, and some of the other things don't have a chance. But he can go very low, maybe even lower, in some of his pardons and some of the things he's doing. And it's for his personal benefit, as you will see through some of the things he pulled off in the coin, the meme, that he made have the appearance of cryptocurrency, but in fact was just a rip-off where he put money out there, or put very little money out there, and made substantial and sold off while other people took a hit. The funny story was I have a lot of things that Elon Musk sent me about the same thing of raising money for my podcast, which I didn't buy it on, but it was the same theory. Put money into a cryptocurrency. It's kind of sort of identified as the meme kind of currency, and I'd make enough money to subsidize or pay for any of my podcasts. Again, I've stayed away from. There's some other issues there that I've been approached on, and some of the bad actors that have supported crypto mining and others. So you currently get those, and I've stayed away from those.
Thank you.
No doubt Elon Musk gave him the idea how to pull this off. That's the reason he's got a lot of influence. And then instead of making what I'd consider a military type salute, he'd use the Hitler salute. Kind of wild.
Trump on Friday launched a cryptocurrency token that quickly surged in value, potentially adding millions to his net worth. The official Trump meme coin broke into the top 20 cryptocurrencies with a market cap of $14 billion, but quickly plummeted following a surprise Melania coin announcement. This latest venture follows a string of unconventional promotions by Trump, including branded Bibles, gold sneakers, and diamond-encrusted watches. President-elect Donald Trump on Friday launched a cryptocurrency token
$1 billion less than 24 hours after he announced on X that he is launching his first mini coin. With around 100 million followers on X, the coins instantly gained massive traction, with people buying it like crazy. In less than a day, the market cap skyrocketed to nearly $7 billion. And since Trump holds about 80% of the supply, he theoretically made the same amount of money in a single day that took him 78 years. Donald Trump just made nearly $6 billion less than 24 hours after he announced on X that he is launching his first mini coin.
Melania have released their own cryptocurrencies, and they've exploded to a value of billions of dollars, all on the eve of Trump's return to the White House, where he plans to
ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet.
So what's going on? On Friday, Trump launched his own meme coin called Trump. A meme coin is a type of cryptocurrency inspired by internet trends. They're not seen as very reliable because they're susceptible to crashing. Within hours, the total value of Trump's coin had jumped to a value of more than $14 billion, and it broke into the world's top 20 cryptocurrencies. 80% of the supply of this coin is held by companies affiliated with Trump. Then on Sunday, Melania Trump dropped her own coin. In 10 minutes, its total value had shot up to $1.8 billion, but at the same time, the value of Trump's meme coin tanked and halved to a value of $7.3 billion. As of midday on Monday, Trump's coin steadied to around $10 billion. So why does this matter? Crypto funders poured millions of dollars into the Trump campaign during the election. And Trump's packed his inner circle with pro-crypto appointees. And Trump even calls himself the crypto president. His presidency marks a shift in the perception of crypto, and the expectation is for less regulation under his leadership, marking a new future for the US financial system. Donald Trump and his wife Melania have released their own cryptocurrencies, and they've exploded to a value of billions of dollars.
Ahead of Donald Trump's inauguration, it is the war of meme coins between US President-elect Donald Trump and his wife Melania Trump. Donald Trump's meme coin saw a rapid rise before crashing over 50% after the launch of Melania Trump's Melania coin. The crypto world was rocked this weekend as Donald Trump's official meme coin made a grand debut ahead of his inauguration, briefly soaring in value before crashing spectacularly. Now, Melania Trump, the incoming First Lady, introduced her own meme coin, Melania. And of course, this new coin caused a temporary 50% decline in value of her husband's Trump meme coin. Trump's coin skyrocketed upon its debut, reaching a staggering over 15 billion, nearly 15 billion in market value, making it one of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. However, the excitement has been short-lived. Melania's coin debut had an immediate impact on the value of Trump's meme coin. Now, analysts believe meme coins' euphoria, as the euphoria meme coins will be short-lived altogether due to the lack of fundamentals and use cases at the moment.
Now, for more details, you can follow the following YouTube.
Simultaneously launched his most ludicrously corrupt scheme yet, which has made him billions of dollars overnight. Now you know where his priorities are. But before we unpack all that, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and alert bells before you go. All right, friends, this is pretty egregiously corrupt, like nakedly corrupt, even by Trump standards. But before we get into the corrupt new scheme, I really want to put this in context. And we have one courtesy of the Democratic-run Fact Post Twitter account. On the left are two videos. We're going to play them. Trump claiming he will bring prices down, way down fast. And on the right, admitting that that might not happen now. He can't guarantee it. So we're going to play the first clip to just really put this in context.
Like the Cheerios. I haven't seen Cheerios in a long time. I'm going to take them back with me. Bacon is through the roof. They're all through the roof. The milk, everything is bad. And we're going to straighten it out. We're going to bring prices way down, and we're going to get it done fast.
I want to delve into one of your signature promises on the campaign trail, which was to end inflation, to lower prices. You are now proposing tariffs against the United States' three biggest trading partners. Economists of all stripes say that ultimately consumers pay the price of tariffs.
I don't believe
Can
it.
you guarantee American families won't pay more?
I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee tomorrow.
I want to delve into one.
So, again, we've played these clips before, but it's really important to conceptualize this, okay? So again, when it comes to lowering costs for voters, which was a major, perhaps the biggest campaign promise Trump made to voters, you say, well, I kind of overstated it. I mean, I can't guarantee it. And we've seen subsequent statements by Trump and members of the Republican Party effectively surrendering on this issue. So when it comes to lowering prices for you, it's like really hard, and so we just kind of like, I can't guarantee anything. But when it comes to making Donald Trump, an objectively rich man, even richer, well, that shit he can do overnight. He just launched his own meme coin. So, Donald Trump, my new official Trump meme is here. It's time to celebrate everything we stand for. Winning. Join my very special Trump community. Get your $Trump now. Go to gettrumpmemes.com. Have fun. As Ben Meiselas of Midas Touch pointed out, instead of lowering prices or ending the war in Ukraine, Trump is selling meme coins right before inauguration. He doesn't give a crap about our country. The world is laughing at us. John Favreau of Pod Save America pointed this out in response to somebody else. So Carlos Turnbull said, in the last 48 hours, Trump has made $25 billion with his Trump meme coin and has canceled his public inauguration, for which he raised about $200 million, which will not be refunded. So Trump raised, from big donors, small donors, $200 million for an inauguration ceremony, which has been canceled. We discussed it yesterday. And overnight, a 48 hours, $25 billion. As John Favreau points out, Trump economy already paying dividends, and he's not even president yet. Thank you, sir, he says sarcastically. So let's dive into the article. Trump's latest and most questionable crypto launch explained. Critics say the move raises serious ethical red flags and Trump's total embrace of a highly unregulated industry. On Friday night, just days before his inauguration, Donald Trump took to X to celebrate the launch of his new meme coin. It's a time to celebrate everything we stand for, he wrote, winning. It's a move that, at least on paper, seemed to inflate Trump's personal wealth by billions ahead of ushering in the most crypto-friendly administration in history. With this launch, Trump joins the ranks of celebrities like Iggy Azalea, Caitlyn Jenner, and more recently, Haley Welsh, better known as the Hawk Tuah girl, all of whom have launched their own meme coins in the last year. Wired describes these currencies as, quote, a type of cryptocurrency that generally has no utility beyond financial speculation. Trump's coin has recently reached a market capitalization of $5.2 billion and a fully diluted valuation of $26 billion, referring to the theoretical value if all possible coins were in circulation. Trump's new pal, Elon Musk, is known for being a big proponent of one of the most famous meme coins, the Dogecoin, named for the same meme that inspired his newly created Department of Government Efficiency. Though the website for the coin states that it is, quote, it is not political and has nothing to do with any political campaign or any political office or governmental agency, some critics argue that there are serious ethical concerns. Quote, unlike traditional Trump-branded ventures, cryptocurrency's pseudonymous nature means anyone globally can invest without identity checks, potentially creating concerns about undue influence on a sitting president, Boaz Sembrado, a fintech analyst, wrote in Forbes. Adav Nadi, the executive director of Campaign Legal Center, noted in the New York Times that, quote, it is literally cashing in on the presidency, creating a financial instrument so people can transfer money to the president's family in connection with his office. Quote, we now have a president-elect who, the weekend before inauguration, is launching new businesses along with the promises to deregulate, says Jordan Leibowitz, vice president for communications at the nonprofit Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. And he told that to Politico. Trump's own former spokesperson, now staunch critic, Anthony Scaramucci, and we'll get back to him, posted that Trump is in Idi Amin level corruption and mocks the industry we were working so hard to build. The meme coin is just the latest in a bizarre line of grifty, super weird takes on merchandise. Last February, Trump showed off gold Never Surrender high tops for $399 at SneakerCon, which had Fox News applauding his appeal to black voters. In March, he began endorsing the $59.99 God Bless the USA Bible, which includes the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and handwritten lyrics to the chorus of Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA.
Well, again, the Bible only cost about $3 to be manufactured in China. So there was a net of $57 a Bible.
Trump's inaugural committee has confirmed he will not be using one of these Bibles to swear the presidential oath of office on Monday. In August, Trump released a new round of baseball card NFTs. These cards show me dancing and even holding some Bitcoins, Trump explained in a video on Truth Social. Maybe in the next round, he'll be holding his own meme coins. Blatantly corrupt, perhaps the most staggeringly brazen corrupt act Donald Trump has ever engaged in, which is saying something when you consider the competition. Now, folks, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because the level of corruption of the meme coin itself is staggering. But it's particularly galling. It should be particularly galling to Trump voters that he can dedicate all this time, effort, and energy overnight to effectively, on paper, increase his wealth by $26 billion. But when it comes to lowering your grocery prices and energy prices, which he swore he would do, he'd be able to do it so fast. Now he's publicly surrendering on that. He won't be able to do it fast. He may not be able to do it at all. He certainly can't guarantee it. But what he can guarantee is that he, a billionaire, can make himself substantially richer overnight or in the space of 48 hours. That's where his priorities are, folks. That is his priority, enriching himself, not making sure you survive. And there was already mountains of evidence to that effect anyway. And for some reason, voters ignored it. But
so let's start kind of talking. And I think the thing that fueled me, I have a recent video on this news. The thing that I think fueled me to go live is I really wanted to be here and just keep glancing at the live stream comments while I'm talking and just gather sentiment. You can see this little poll I did is at 62% bullish, 61% bullish. So you can see this is controversial and split right down the middle whether or not this is bullish or bearish. But this is Coin Bureau, November 6th. If you remember, this was not long ago. Get ready for Gary Gensler being fired or stepping down at least. And guess what? Yesterday was his last day. He has left office. The SEC dropping crypto lawsuits. Hester Pierce being made chair. Stablecoin bill passing. Ross being freed. Pro-crypto cabinet members. Bitcoin strategic reserve. 100,000 Bitcoin. Altcoin season. I'm bringing this up because these are some of the things that we've been talking about nonstop on this YouTube channel. You know, there's things that are not even on here, right? That are more recent executive orders potentially in 2 days. Pro crypto executive orders. These are all just really bullish things that are they're uncharted things that are happening in crypto right now. And I think it's, part of my opinion here is all of that's happening and all of a sudden people are just like, and I'm seeing it, people are just done with crypto. They're not done with it, but they're just like, bearish on crypto today. The incoming president of the United States, and if you're a crypto holder, Kenneth, you should like it too. The incoming president of the United States launched a meme coin. You wanted deregulation, there it is.
Even in his trip to Paris, Trump took advantage of sitting by Jill Biden to make this commercial. So Michelle Biden was given many reasons to skip the Jimmy Carter funeral where he would have to sit by Trump.
Powerful statement by skipping the event. They say that she wants nothing to do with a man undeserving of the presidency and is making no effort to hide her disdain for Trump. Now, one ally said, quote, she meant every word she said on the campaign trail with every fiber of her being, and she's no hypocrite. Another said, quote, saving some credibility. A source also telling People magazine, quote, there's no overstating her feelings about Trump. She's not one to plaster on a pleasant face and pretend for protocol's sake. Michelle doesn't do anything because it's expected or it's protocol or it's tradition. Now, note that her office is keeping quiet on why she's...
Hint. It's easy to see. It could be made into an ad for a product if you sit by Trump. This was at Paris, and so why wouldn't it happen in D.C.? So notice how Trump sent out his Fox friends to cut down her credibility. It's a little bit like the hypocrites attacking hypocrites at a church.
Face with Donald Trump. They said last week that scheduling conflicts prevented her from attending that event. They're not actually elaborating on why she won't be attending next week's inauguration, which I think probably tells you everything you need to know. You know, Michelle Obama has made no secret about her feelings towards Donald Trump.
So, Kevin, you can sort of look at this as a balancing factor, as it were, which is everything we just said, that perhaps it is indeed because of her feelings, while also some who argue, well, the position you occupy or that you used to occupy should rise above those feelings, and other that say it's simply none of our business and we don't know what's going on. What say you?
Well, let me preface my remarks by saying I've been to the, her White House twice, actually with Shark Tank. We shot updates there. She's a really nice woman. And Obama, nice guy. However, this is different. This is about signaling the office of the President of the United States, regardless of who's in it. This tradition has gone on for over 100 years. This is what presidents do and their wives on Inauguration Day. This is the holiest day of politics. It is the transition of power. You have to respect it. I don't like what she's doing here. I'm against it. I think it's wrong, as was it wrong for Trump not to attend Biden's. This is just wrong. This is not what we do in America. It's just not done, and I don't like it. It is our number one export. I say this over and over again. It's not energy. It's not technology. The number one export is the American dream. That's why people come here. This messes with that.
Example of what you say you're saving your credibility for. Right? I mean, if you're saving your credibility for a later moment in time, don't you want to be looked upon as someone?
So, why didn't Trump show up to the transition from his term to Biden? How can you make this argument?
People showing up for her husband.
So an ABC reporter is reporting that Nancy Pelosi won't be attending. We'll wait to see if Fox can confirm that. They spoke to her spokesperson, they say. So we'll see. This tradition has been broken before. This wouldn't be novel. This wouldn't be aberrational. To your point, Kevin, they have every right to do what they'd like to do, Pelosi and Michelle Obama. Now, they have the right to do it, but it can also be the tone-deaf way to do it. When you look at President Trump, 77 million votes, won all 7 swing states, and he got the highest raw vote total of any GOP president ever.
So, now in my Notre Dame outfit, I break in here to say that in the 2016 election, that Hillary got about 3 million more popular votes than Trump.
If you're a party that's looking, I believe Nancy Pelosi wants the best for the Democratic Party, probably Michelle Obama too. I would look at it and maybe take more of a Gretchen Whitmer tone, who yesterday said, I want to figure out how I can work with Donald Trump, whether that's authentic or not. I don't know. Time will tell. I think that's the better approach than the adversarial Newsom-like approach. But again, time will tell.
Is the moment of transition. It's the most dangerous moment for our country, right? Things could go awry. Things could go wrong. We might not transfer power. It's an important moment that everybody needs to be there to witness. It's not that you're signing on to the next group of people who are going to lead. It's that you're there to witness it.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I'd close with the fact that there's probably some California politicians not real happy with Trump and what he said about taking care of some of the issues. And I think he's trying to avoid climate change. I know pulling out of Paris is part of that. But the reality is that you don't have 1 in 1,000 year weather conditions all through the U.S. happening in the same year. And the only point about that is California contributes $83 billion more per year in taxes than they receive back, where many of the states represented by some of the politicians here in Alabama and even Louisiana and even North Carolina don't pay in near as much as they take out. So I don't know if I'd want to get in a battle with California on a lot of these issues they're trying to create.